Welcome. Namaste. Welcome to live readings on Tuesday. My name is Sadhana. Lovely to have you here. And in answer to your question, Rono, tech stuff has been going okay today. Seems like everything's working fine. I broadcast earlier from my yoga room, and despite not being hardwired, it was fine. Yeah. Welcome, Perry. Clevis. Namaste. Okay, so here we are today. Full moon is still with us energetically, though it is waning. This phase of the moon is called the disseminating moon, and this is a beautiful time to continue with full moon practices, as well as be aware of the fact that the moon is beginning to wane. So this is a time we are transitioning into more of a mood of integration for sure. And the moon has, let me just see, the moon has it moved into Cancer yet? That is tonight. So the moon is still in Gemini, where it was full yesterday. So yeah, very much with us. Welcome to Saskia. Namaste. And Emilia, Witchy Wallflower. Hello, welcome. Your face is so familiar when I look at that thumbnail. I feel like you're somebody that I know. Yeah. And Dee, namaste. Did I say hello? Welcome. Also, I have put out a invitation. The invitation is in my Facebook group. I sent it out as an email to people that are on my mailing list. And this is an invitation, I believe, for next Sunday. Open my calendar for a guided Tratak practice. Yes, next Sunday, December 3rd. It is complimentary. And this practice is, it'll be on Zoom. And so we can chat, so you can ask questions. And this particular practice is a really great for numerous things, including the physical health of your eyes. It is great for developing intuition. It is really good for digestive issues, oddly, and I'll explain that on Sunday. It's just a fantastic practice. And if you've never practiced Tratak, I'll be guiding you through that on Sunday. So send me an email if you don't have the intel. Okay, info@integrativehealingwithsadhana.com. Welcome to you, Elena. Namaste. Okay, so today I'm going to pull cards for you, up to 3 cards. And of course, these readings are complimentary. Instructions for donations are in the description box below. And I will begin with a reading for the collective on this 28th day of November, 2023. Wow, where is the year going? Yes, we just started, Elena. Just started. Okay, I'm going to use the Wee Moon Tarot today. I'm also going to get the book. I just wanted to mention for those of you that got this tarot and don't have the new book, they redid their book. And so you can get this free if you have the tarot. So just saying, if you didn't get your new book. My old version of the book, I ripped it all apart and put it in a binder, but now I have my new book. And the reason I have my new book is because the astrology in this deck is very different than Golden Dawn astrology. So sometimes I refer to it for that. Okay. All right. Surprisingly, hello, Donna. I am feeling a little wired. I don't know why. It would maybe a good thing for doing readings because I've been feeling really low, really, really low lately. And maybe it's just all you lovely people picking me up. Yeah. Lovely to see you all greeting each other. All right. This is a reading for the collective on the 28th day of November, We are well into Sagittarius season, acknowledging the fullness of the Gemini moon that is still with us. May this reading support you all, individually, collectively, bringing us together as a group on our journeys to becoming who we are. I have been feeling very off-piste lately. I got that, Mary Beth said that the other day in a class. I love that expression. In that I am participating in a tarot challenge on a Facebook group called Mindful Tarot. And honestly, some of my writings have really gone in bizarre directions. All right, so we start with the crone. This is a great card to start with, don't you think? Well, let's also remember that this is a Virgo. Actually, you know what? I want to look up and just see if there is astrology attached. I was going to say it's a Virgo card. So what I was about to say was, let's remember that the details do matter. Something like that was coming to my mind, but I just want to check in here. I'm really curious about how the astrology is set up in this deck, and I know I did do a video on it, but I haven't memorized it. And yeah, no, the astrology is built into only to the minor arcana. Night owls are most creative in the dead of night. May be guiding you to hit the pause button, even if it takes a worldwide pandemic to send us all to our rooms for some time. Well, you can tell when this was written. It may be a wise and timely intervention right now to slow down, turn inward, stay home, and reevaluate how to relate to those closest to you and to all others. Well, here I am. I am relating to all of you. Yeah, Cece, welcome. Greetings from Argentina. Wow, I was going to say, you're a long ways from home. Here you are in British Columbia, Canada. Yeah, so I don't know. I just feel very heart warmed by those lovely eyes that are staring at us here. All right, so we're going to surround the owl with this circle of sisterhood. Yes, all of you, but also this card. And I want to invite you to really look into this. This is a very different sort of portrait of the Seven of Water. And you know what, maybe this is, not maybe, but this idea of coming together with like-minded people is so important. I can't say enough about the beautiful energy of not only this experience here in this moment, but coming together with like-minded people it's such a healing balm. And what does the crone have to do with that? What does the hermit have to do with that? Well, perhaps the clarity that we are seeking, the integration that we are seeking, can be discovered in the safety of the inner circle of our sisters, of the like-minded souls who are closest to us. So for you, that might very well be with your biological sisters. That might be with some dear cohorts at work. And it's a kind of a juxtaposition here, because the hermit would indicate an inward journey, and yet we are sort of encapsulated by this beautiful circle of sisters, of woman, of the support of those who hold space for us. So know that it's like you can wander into yourself with this sacred circle around you supporting you. I think this is really beautiful. I almost don't want to draw another card. Okay, and then we light the fire. Okay, this is great. Okay, I love this. So the message is turn in, allow yourself to be protected, supported. It is okay to be supported and protected. If any of you are pregnant at this time, and I'm just saying this because of the card that's on the right, never, ever hesitate in asking for support. You can be very specific with this. Do you need people to cook for you? Do you need someone to run the vacuum through the house? Do you need someone to, take the dog out for a walk? Make sure that you call in everyone that you need. And this is not applicable, of course, if you are pregnant, but I'm just saying that because of the picture on the card. But if you are in need, if you need to call in, maybe that's what the owl is for. The owl is calling in the sisters. The owl is calling in the support to, calling in the support so that you don't feel alone, so that you feel more greatly supported. The fire priestess mother. The fire priestess mother tends to the hearth, and perhaps this support will help her fire to burn more brightly. Perhaps her flame has been, it's funny, I can read this into myself. Her flame has been feeling a little diminished. And so reach out and ask for support, and make sure that you ask for support in a reading today. I am here and I am available, and these are beautiful cards to help look at the mystery of what each of us are moving through, both individually and collectively, from an energetic level. Yeah. The fire priestess. Shall we read a little bit of her? I haven't looked at this guidebook since I got it, so this feels good. Okay. In this deck, the court cards, this is the second court card. She is Jupiter in Aries. Whoa, that's a strong energy. Jupiter in Aries. She is full moon. Of course she is. She has a full belly. Okay. Priestess of the hearth, of the altar of the heart, tending the sacred flame of spirit in the womb of creation. Like a pregnant woman attending to new life growing inside her, a mother cooking over fire, a welder bending metal with flames, a witch stirring her cauldron, herbalists, healers, alchemists, EMTs, caregivers, artists, ecologists, climatologists, mixing the ingredients of their crafts. Whether you are engineering a project, facilitating a ritual, lighting a candle, or smudging and warming your living space, you bring spirit into form through the portal of your own body, mind, heart, and soul, creating new life. Priestess's mother, the whole process of creation from beginning to end. So that's beautiful. And yet the essence of this, the heart of this, is that we may need support. So call out for it as it is needed. Okay? Thank you. All right. I am going to scroll back, see where we are with questions, comments. Perry reminds us that the full moon and the planet Mars has been a big deal. So you've been feeling off kilter too. Yeah. Blessings to us all through these challenges. ever aware of what is going on. And Elena says that she is in the middle of a heavy personal transformation and has no idea. Yeah, life is ever full of challenges, isn't it? Okay. And yeah, we're all feeling it. Okay, I guess we'll go to Michelle. It looks like nobody has asked for a reading before Michelle, and if I've missed that, let me know. All right, so let us go and welcome to Michelle. I believe Michelle is new to this channel, so a warm welcome to you. I am a reader, healer, teacher of tarot and other healing arts, and I'm here most Tuesdays at this time doing live readings. And Perry would love a reading. And Clevis would like a card. Okay, let me put a star on those. And Perry. Oops. Jumping around. Okay. That's my only technical issue today. Okay, so we're going to start with Michelle. Michelle, ma belle, sont les mots qui vont très bien ensemble. Très bien ensemble. Okay, Amelia, I gotcha. Excuse me. This is a reading for Michelle. If you have a particular question too, feel free to put that into the chat, Michelle. Okay. Thank you, Cece. That's very nice of you. Lovely cut. Love it when the cards cut so magnetically. The moon. There's the owl again. The owl again is on top. The owl is on top of the left pillar. There's something about this card that wants me to remind you and anyone with whom this card connects that there is a notion of path in this card, that we are emerging from darkness, that we are that we're coming out of something, and the path ahead looks like a long ways off, but the transition is in progress. And it always amazes me that this is not a Scorpio card, that this is a Pisces card. And I think it's really important to just sit with that for a moment and to understand when we're talking about a transformation through Pisces, we're talking about something that is transcendent, something that is quite elevated. And so no wonder everybody's feeling a little confused right now, because we don't know. We may not, part of this might not be looking at our situations through the big picture lens. This is another reason why Owl, I think, is visiting us here. Now, Owl is not as far away as Eagle, as high up as Eagle, but the owl is asking us as well to kind of step back and, assess and look at the whole picture. Sometimes I think some of the best advice here is to do sort of a mind map exercise, or just get out a blank sheet of paper and write everything down and see if you can somehow knit it together and make more sense of it. Working in the abstract rather than in the, and I know mind maps can be quite analytical as well too, but to get a little more creative with it, I think sometimes can really help in moving through things. Now, Michelle, you have a repeating card, which I think really reinforces everything I said from the first reading. And that, imagine your journal, just be your journal as well too, your journey. These sisters are also there in spirit, standing around like pillars, like a standing stone circle. These sisters surround you and help to energize and support you as you walk forward through life, through all that you are working through at this time. These are, this deck in general is very soulful, but much like the third card we got in the first reading, there is this invitation to really participate and to not step back and let others look after things. This is about you there's so many things that are coming through. If we are feeling tired, exhausted, it's important to take time to sleep, to restore, because there's business to take care of, and not just for our families, but more importantly for ourselves. And I was really sensing oh my God, do I really have to do this? Is it me who has to look after this? Am I the one that needs to lead circle tonight? Am I the one that needs to think about cooking dinner for the family night? Well, the truth is, yes, because you are gifted at this. You are gifted and you have gifts to share, and you are empowered by this tremendous amount of energy of which you may not be aware. So do what you need to do to keep building and growing and sustaining that energy. You are on an incredible journey. Now is not the time to check out. This is very much a time of stepping in and participating. You have emerged from the water. And so one step at a time, keep on going, keep on going. This is a beautiful path that you are on. Okay. Okay, I'm going to scroll on back. All right, so Amelia is next. I'm going to pull a card for Amelia. When I read that, Perry, I just think of once upon a time, I used to go to church. I even taught Sunday school for years. And my favorite part of church was singing. And I loved that song, that hymn, Simple Pleasures. And one of a retired United Church minister, she loved this song too. And we would sing it in rounds, and we would sing, I don't even know what you would call it. there's different parts, like different parts to the song, and you know, you sing, one person sings one thing and one person sings another thing, and it's a great memory. Yes, it's a gift to be simple. It's a gift to be free, something like that. Okay, I have a jumper card. Shall we look at that? Water. I will intentionally pull you a card. We're getting lots of court cards today. So far, each reading has had a court card. What does that mean? I think it means that you know, this is, if your energy is focused externally, just stop for a moment and understand this is all about you and for you. I have a friend who I haven't seen in a very long time, fellow yoga instructor. Her name is Kristen Campbell. And I remember when Kristen was sharing a story about a water workshop that she went to. And this was quite a bit of time after she had been to the workshop. And she was telling us about how every time she turns on the water to brush her teeth, she says, "Thank you." Every time, like the gratitude for water being so very important. And oh, now we can all sing it together. Yeah, who's gonna play the piano? I love that, Donna. Um, I wrote a blog today about the Queen of Water and the King of Water, and I think it is really important to remember that the Queen of Water is intense. It's such an intense experience because she is most closely connected to the element, even more so than all of her sisters. She is the sister who feels her menstrual pain with most anguish and also like historical intensity to it. She is the one that feels the energy of all sentient beings that are around her. There's an intensity to the experience of the Queen of Cups, and yet we see in this picture she finds her harmony by giving back to the water. She understands the flow of water, the balance of giving and receiving. And so, Amelia, maybe just for this day, take this message, take this idea, this practice of reverence for water to a whole new level. It truly is a blessing. Every sip of water, the clarity of the water, it is a gift. It really is a gift. Yeah, sit with her. She is your greatest message for today. I love the dancing part of that. Him too. This is a message for Ro, helping Ro to find clarity. I kind of want to come back to that moon card and speak to it for everybody, but we'll see what happens here. There's a message today about receiving. So in the group reading, I was really sensing this need to call in support. Maybe this is about gratitude. Maybe this is about gratitude. Sometimes we forget the simplicity of gratitude practices, and perhaps simplicity is a theme as well too, seeing as how that song came in. Let's dial it back. Let's dial it back and just pause for a moment. Ro, I just cleared off my table, my desk, my altar here. I took everything off and tidied up, put everything back in place. And in that process, there are some things that we realize can go away for a little while. Thank you, Amelia. Happy for your connection. This is a card of abundance, but it could also bring in a sense of overwhelm. So when I think of all of these messages kind of touching up against each other, simplicity feels very important. You know, sometimes if we have an abundance of throw cushions on the sofa, we just need to put them away and keep things cleaner and clearer. If we want to be clear, let's clear up our space. Now I can take this, and this is such a funny extension from looking at this card. And I'll try to weave this full circle, and I'll pull a couple more as well too. These gifts also may not be apparent in the, I'll call it a mess that is around us. Wow. There's I don't know if it's Jason Mraz. There's a Jason Mraz song called What a Beautiful Mess This Is. And I'm thinking of that song as well too. Okay, nothing like the Shaker hymn. Another six. So let's talk about sixes. And a court card. All court cards in the third position. Okay. Let's talk about sixes and how we can embody the energy of sixes. So in order to embrace the sixes, the solar aspect of self needs to shine bright, be active, feel active, be allowed. Instead of need, let's say, allow it to shine bright. Let that fire shine and talk and sing and dance and be alive. And then receive that with your lunar self. That energy needs a container. Maybe this was part of the inspiration for what I was writing this morning, and that is, I was writing a blog, Queen of Cups, King of Cups, and I was thinking how few high frequency King of Cups there are, or at least in my experience in this world, how few high frequency King of Cups, often King of Cups tends to wander down a path that is quite dark. So, our fiery energy, and so where I'm going with this is that the King of Cups is like all the kings, I see them as fire. Their fire needs to be received, not extinguished. And there's this dance between fire and water where they see the very best in each other. So when I look at that priestess, that passion card on the left, her inner goddess, that feminine beauty is the container for the passion. And in the sixes, we see this beautiful marriage of harmony and balance. Perhaps one of the reasons you're feeling so off kilter is that the intention for allowing both sides to receive each other, receive is a key word today, is not there. That Moontime card is really yeah, so interesting. Okay, so what I wanted to expand on was that in the moon card in this deck, it's not a crayfish, it's a crab. And I don't know about the life cycles of crayfish, so I just wanted to speak to the crab and the vulnerability of the crab. We were talking about this in class on with the Tarot Foundation's 2 group, and the crab being the symbol of Cancer. Sorry, I think this is important, and this is important to all of the readings that have happened today, so let me expand on this. When the crab is feeling vulnerable, when our emotional body, when our maternal energy, that newly developing energy. So just think of Cancer, early cards of Cancer. There is a need for protection, that sister circle. There is a need for a level of self-protection as well too. I think vulnerability is really high in the daughter cards, in the page cards. And often their protection comes in being alone and wandering off on their own. Early on, when they experience their first cycles, they need a lot of protection. They need a lot of space. And sometimes it is space that gives us that layer of protection. So I want to go back to the crab, the Queen of Cups, and all of this, and how this is all coming together for me this last week, I suppose. The Queen of Cups in the Golden Dawn astrology has 3 decans. Her first decan is the 10 of Swords, and then it's 2 and 3 of Cups. And I think in understanding that, we can expand our compassion for self, our compassion for those times when we are moving through things that feel really vulnerable, in that the Ten of Swords journey is one of truly laying down, so completely and utterly letting go of a paradigm that we may have held on to for a very long time. This is the beginning of a brand new unfolding, a brand new journey. And so, yes, you are vulnerable. And yes, this is intensely uncomfortable, and you feel a bit like a neophyte at this time, a beginner. But this unfolding is very important to your journey. It will heal a lot for you, immensely. And so the greatest, so to acknowledge the vulnerability, but also to look around to see where you can build in the harmony and the receptivity of your fire and the receptivity of your water. And I think there was something in that for all of us. Mm-hmm. Mm. All right, let's turn our circle around Alina, and I will pull a card for Alina. Dee, you are really embracing the emojis. Oh my goodness. You have a collection of bells, a collection of watches, a collection of army medallions, a collection of baseballs, pipes, musical instruments. That is so funny. I'm sure you have cabinets everywhere. Every wall has a cabinet of precious collected things. All right, Elena, here we go. Ro, I'm not sure who you are addressing, but if you're addressing me, sometimes I'm just mind boggled by the stuff that comes through. Let's stay with this theme. This is a very important theme. And I think looking at this card, there's a specific way to bring this through for you, Alina. If you know my cat story, this is my cat story. This idea of receiving, holding space for, allowing all of your qualities and everyone's qualities to shine. This idea of exchange, reciprocity. And going back to that abundance card, the idea of gratitude is all connected. When we hold a delicious warm cup of coffee in our hands, do we give thanks to the coffee pickers? Are we in gratitude for all the beings that were affected in the transportation of getting that product to us? I feel like this is a card to just sit for a moment and reflect on the ripples that we cause in this world, or the ripples that, no wonder sometimes we feel like everything is all scattered. It's because we've been we've been a large footprint. Let's go back to the idea of simplicity, tidying up, cleaning up. I think there's a message here in all of this that is so very beautiful. I feel compelled to share my tardigrade story. Joseph, I will always remember you and your tardigrade story. I was at a yoga teacher training, and it was our lunch break, and we were sitting in the garden out front of the yoga studio. And there were paving stones in between the bits of moss in this garden. It was a small area for a lot of people to sit down. And Joseph was really adamant that we keep our lunches and our bags and our feet on the paving stones and not on the moss between the paving stones. And he went on and he told us this really beautiful story about tardigrades. And if you don't know what a tardigrade is, look it up. This really touched me when I opened up one of Rebecca Lefebvre's decks, because in one of her decks she has a tardigrade card. And this was just a lesson in remembering that how important our footprint is. That everything we do matters, that every thought matters, that every movement, that every breath matters. I mean, this is a brilliant card. A brilliant card. These cabinets are in my head. You're funny. I kind of don't believe you. I can imagine your apartment with all these cabinets around. Your house, your flat, your home, your castle. Okay. And this is not me preaching. This is me in wonder. of this. Let's be in wonder. Let's be in wonder. It's so beautiful. Okay. Saskia. It's funny, Saskia, when you were in my class, I never saw your cats walk across your desk. Ever. Yeah. Okay. I'm scrolling through the chat just to see if I've missed anyone. What does Dee say here? I have throw cushions of the mind at the moment. Yeah, throw cushions of the mind. Okay, well, is that it? Did I answer everybody's questions? Let me know if I missed somebody. Okay. That's so funny. I never knew there was a cat on your lap during class. What I would like to, what do I want to share with you? I think you know what? If you are subscribed to my channel and you're paying attention with what's going on, then you get notifications. So you know what's upcoming and what's happening. And I am going to do something really special for the 24 days of December. I'm creating an Advent calendar right now, and I don't know what this is going to look like. So I will be broadcasting or pre-recording. So there'll be something for 24 days in a row. I just had this creative flash of inspiration. And so that is in the works. Okay. Bye, Ro. You take good care. So I'm going to leave you. You probably. Oh my goodness. No, I didn't know that you had an assistant Pierce either. Yeah, that's beautiful. I'm going to leave you for today. I've got lots of things to prep, and I'll see some of you tomorrow. I'll be on a few times tomorrow. There is always next week. Okay. Oh, Clevis. Clevis, would you like a card? I forgot about you. Sorry. The final reading for today is for Clevis. All right, this is a card reading for Clevis on this 28th day of November. Another magnetic pull. What is inside her? This is a really, Clevis, I know you're taking the chakra class. This is really interesting in light of some of the things we've been talking about in the chakra class. I don't know what you see in this picture if you have this deck, but it's like we were talking about ancestors and home and family and how these inform who we are. I think also as well too with you participating in the breath class and understanding this rebuilding of energy by D, rebuilding of energy that is important to your vitality and the shift that you are moving through physically, mentally at this time. I know that retirement hasn't happened yet. I'm seeing this as a card of honoring your physical, mental, emotional regeneration on many levels. And then it's like, but sadhana, look at, is that a teepee in there? Is that an old home? Is that a rebuilding of an acknowledgement of how you are healing these ancestral connections as well too? It's really kind of powerful. And Clevis, bye everybody that's checking out, bye. It's like she's revealing it. She's revealing her spirituality. She's revealing her energetic self, something that she hasn't shared for a long time. So, and I know you've contemplated this, and perhaps it is part of the reason for the retirement is so that you can put more time and energy and maybe start to do readings yourself and spend more time with your tarot circle in Toronto and other aspects of your spirituality that you haven't even explored yet because there hasn't been time because you've been so busy working. It is. It's like a reveal. And I love how her hair is blowing in the wind and she's sensing this newfound freedom as well too. Hmm. It's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. Again, thank you all so much for being here today. It means a lot to me. Take good care. Namaste. I will see you all soon.